Back with another one. What's going on with y'all boys? I'm reacting to, I know I haven't posted in a minute, but we here now. I'm reacting to is being fat a choice? Fit men versus fat man, middle ground. Now I ain't gonna lie, I seen a little bit of this jump. Just reacting in the living room. This jump was a little bit funny. This nigga myron, however you say his name, this nigga is devious. This nigga was on demon time the whole time. But alright, let's just get right into it.
Public space encourages obesity.
Yes.
Shame is what led me to an eating disorder.
Whose fault
when
is that,
what
though?
we're looking for is
Whose fault is that?
stability.
That's your fault.
It's
See, the
an
problem is that you're a
amalgamation.
professional victim.
Would you agree, like, looking at his physique, like, he's at a perfectly, I would say, maybe healthy?
No.
You think?
He's definitely overweight, definitely obese.
My name's John. I host the Radical Empathy podcast. I used to direct episodes of Middle Ground, but I'll now be moderating today's discussion between jacked men and fat men. Our first prompt is, I have felt disgusted looking at a
I
fat
ain't
body.
gonna lie, hold on. I know I'm a little bit late to this. I'm not even that late. I just seen it. Seen a little bit. Shit was hilarious. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna react to it. No editing, no none of that. So this is a one take. My reactions are live. They're raw. I don't fake none of this. Look, y'all know it's a little bit out of it.
Can our agreeers please step forward? Whoever feels compelled to start us off.
Well, it's unacceptable to be fat.
Okay. That's a great start. I mean, I know why you say that, but it's one of those things where, do you know why you're saying that?
Yes, because I've been fat before and I lost the weight.
Well, me too. I've been fat my whole life. I've been way skinnier than I am now, and I've been way heavier than I am now. Was I less valuable at one point in there?
Well, I mean, you can make an argument that you're less valuable when you're fatter because you drain resources, but that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, I mean, in general, being fat is unacceptable because you control every single morsel of food that goes into your mouth.
Okay.
It shows a lack of discipline, it shows a lack of character, it shows a lack of temperance, and when you're fat, it's an outward manifestation of your inadequacies.
When I see
He not wrong. But I say, like, I do kind of understand, because as somebody who been skinny, who been fat, I do understand, like, it is hard sometimes, being in shape. It's simple, but sometimes, like, you just keep falling into that pit, that hole, like, oh, you just keep eating, keep eating, keep eating. But of course, like you said, that's the lack of discipline. But you might be going through something, you might be stressed out, you might be high, you might just be anything, and then you just keep eating it. Now, boom, you look like Santa Claus. So it's just like, I get what he's saying. At the same time, I understand what they saying.
somebody,
Oh, I get what he's saying, but the question is, have I felt disgusting at looking at a fat body? Yes, I ain't gonna lie. I'm in kind of a bulking phase. I'm kind of cutting right now. I ain't gonna lie. I feel disgusted when I see rolls and shit, versus when I see a six pack and muscles. I feel disgusted when I see a fat body. But that don't mean you are disgusted. Well, fuck this. I'm finna be controversial. We finna go viral.
who's 500 or 600 pounds, all I can think of is, why do they care so little about their health that they can do this, allow themselves to gain that much weight, knowing it's taken 20, 30, 40 years off their life? I just can't imagine not wanting to live that badly.
I understand that. No, it's I've definitely felt disgusted looking at my own body and looking at other fat bodies in my life. A lot of the disgust I felt looking at people was me feeling disgusted with myself and then projecting that feeling onto other people. And I don't think anyone on either side will disagree that health is important. I know that my own mental health was way worse when I was spending every fixate of my life trying to get smaller and trying to be thinner.
I don't think there's anyone that can look at somebody 500, 600, 700 pounds and not think, wow, what have they done? And not be discussed. Like, how can you not? I just can't understand.
You can't
nobody
assume that
thinking
everyone has the same opinion, though, because unfortunately, some people have emotional stuff that happened, traumatic stuff that's happened, so you can't discount and just say, oh, because they're fat.
Boo-hoo, man. Like, there's way worse stuff going out in the world versus people saying, oh my God, I'm sad, I'm gonna eat some ice cream. It's like, no, dude, it's like, you're fat, you made that decision, you live in the best country ever. If you live in a civilized first world country where you have electricity, internet power, etc., you deserve to be bullied. It's ridiculous to me that we have all these fat people running around. Meanwhile, people are being bombed in Gaza. It's ridiculous. We are so privileged here in the United States and in the West in general. When I see a fat person, I'm like, wow, you got the gift of life. You got the gift of being in a developed country, and you're a fat POS talking about body positivity on TikTok? What the hell is going on
But now you're
here?
segmenting, though, because not everyone thinks like that.
No, we need to bring shaming back.
Okay.
We need to bring shaming back in so many other regards besides obesity. We need to do it with sluts. We need to shame fat people. We need to shame everybody when they fuck up. Because shame has been one of the strongest defenses against degeneracy and human fuck ups.
You had a personal experience you wanted to share. You said you used to be overweight. Now you're
Oh
not.
yeah, so I did an experiment back in like 2015 where I like bulked for like almost 2 years, and I got up to like 250 pounds, and then I dieted down. It took me about 7 months. I systematically did it, controlled my calories, tracked my macros, tracked my protein, carbs, fats, and systematically lost 1 to 2 pounds per week.
So you chose to gain up to 250.
Yeah,
you were
so I've been
naturally
on all
skinny
spectrums.
beforehand.
Like I'm naturally skinny.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm gonna get fat as an experiment.
Yeah.
Did it, and then I was like, all right, now I'm gonna lose the weight. And then all I did was just track my calories, ate the same food every single day.
Yeah.
Went to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, and everything was controlled, and it got done. Was it monotonous? Of course. Was it
No,
boring?
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
I agree with you there. I am naturally this way. This is with working out 4 or 5 times
That's
a week.
not true.
There's a
You working out 4 or 5 times a week and you look like that, you had to been bullshitting, bro. You had to just been going in the gym bullshitting or just eating whatever you want. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I admit like there's been times where not like that. Like I don't know, there's been times where I've been out of shape and I've been going to the gym like a lot. But you know, because I haven't been eating the right things, you know, not drinking enough water, I still haven't been, you know, I wasn't looking as ripped and as cut, as shredded. But you know, if you do the right thing, full time, and you drinking at least 2 gallons of water every day, drinking your water, eating fruit, eating protein, working out hard, and you're not just going in the gym, you know, get on your phone. Most people go in the gym. That's one thing I hate when I see that. Like people go to the gym and they just, you know, sit down, they type. Okay, I see you in between the set, you typing on the phone, but if you right there for like 30 minutes, you know, texting, watching a YouTube video, bro, why are you in the gym? You just trying to go there just to say you went, you know, get that little dopamine effect and leave. Nah, get in there and grind. But like if you work out 4 or 5 times a week and you look like that, considering like you working out like every day of the week and not working out like an athlete like 2 times a day, you're bullshitting in some regard, whether it's the diet or whether it's your workout. You're bullshitting in some regard.
100% true, bro.
Nah, bro.
No,
Come to the gym with
it's
me.
not,
This
it's,
is me
it's not
working out.
natural at all, because at the end of the day, if you don't lose weight, by definition, you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, then you're going to either maintain or gain weight. And that's the problem, is that people don't track their calories.
And that's true, but people burn at their resting metabolic rate a different set of calories.
Doesn't matter.
Let's not get too granular right now. Ragini, it's going to be one of those episodes, right? Let's bring in the disagreeers and hear from them.
When am I gonna get ads? When am I gonna get ads on my video? Yeah.
Okay, so the reason I disagreed, especially when I heard the statement, I don't think I'll ever look at somebody based on their situation and think that I'm disgusted. Like, if I see somebody that's a drug addict on the street that's homeless, I'm not disgusted by that. If I see somebody that's incredibly overweight, I'm not disgusted by that. Do I think that there's an opportunity for growth? Do I think they've been put in a disadvantageous position that's probably makes it harder for them? Absolutely. I think I'm kind of an empath, so when I see somebody, I know that there's things underlying, and one of my best friends is 400 plus pounds. I've helped him lose 150, 200 pounds. He's gained it back. And I don't look at him and say, I'm disgusted, but I know how bad he wants it, and just seeing how hard he tries and then reverts, it's almost more tough for me than to be like, oh, that's disgusting, you know? And I think there's plenty of people that look at me and say, that's disgusting, I never want to look like that. So like, I know what it feels like on the other side to like look the way I do and get people look at me like, ugh, that's gross. So like, have that muscle, and to go back to that point, like you came from a fit place and like deciding to bulk, like that's a conscientious decision to gain weight. Like you already have those habit routines and skills in order to stay in shape, and then you use those same skills you had to pull back on the calories and knowledge you had.
The reason why I use that example is that you can get fat and lose the weight if you know.
Though. It's still not that easy, because if you make that decision to like get fat and you stop working out completely, like I guess you do have a knowledge. Like if you got that limit, like everything switched, because I've been breaking out of that period. Like I just was in that period, like I said, like that bulking period. Now I'm about to cut back down, get back down to 160, 170, like, but this time I want to like be ripped with it, like pure muscle, grown man strength and everything. But it's like a mindset, like it's like everything, like life is like everything mental. Like if you haven't just been working out, if you've been bulking for like you said, you've been bulking for 2 years, depending on how you did it. If he wasn't working out, he just was lazing around, eating snacks and eating sweets, like that shit get depressing. And if you don't got that mindset, and if you don't keep that knowledge, like that daily motivational video, that daily David Goggins, it's not for that cringy, oh yeah, I'm a, like, it's not for that cringy effect. It's just so you had that knowledge in your head every day, like, so you had that, like, that fresh, that influx of knowledge. So if you run into the problem of the day, you got that thing like, I ain't gonna quit, I'm gonna go hard, like the video said. Like, you trying to retain that knowledge. So, but if you don't have that knowledge and you just eating snacks, you eating pizzas, and you falling off your routine and you not watching it, it ain't gonna lie, it's kind of hard. Like, I had to, like, just literally revitalize my whole mindset to get back in that. Nah, it don't matter. Day by day, day by day. Stop thinking about where I was at. Think about where I'm gonna get at day by day. So it's still just as hard if you make that conscious decision to gain weight and then cut back down. It's just as hard. It just depends on how much you do it. Sometimes people gain so much they can't come back down. Sometimes people don't gain that much and then come right back down because they like, oh hell no. Like me, like I was like, oh hell no, my body start hurting. Like, I'm getting inflammation in a lot of places. I'm not looking good, I'm not feeling good, I'm sleeping a lot. So I'm like, hell no, I had to cut back down. But
What you're doing and you have the knowledge and everything else like that. It's just about consistency over time. So it's like, I look at it like.
Let me cut you off, because here's one thing that you just said.
Yeah.
You had the tools. So there's people that don't have the tools that you've passed judgment on, and you have failed to realize that with the tools, people are very much capable of achieving amazing things. But
Okay, let's talk about said
no,
tools then.
hold on, I'm not done.
Why you cut me off
I'm
before,
not done.
remember?
And I stood over there and I listened to you, and I was like, it's a ton of bullshit too.
Sure.
But we're gonna address this, right?
Yeah.
You are passing judgment on people who lack the tools to do what it is that they need to do to get themselves to a certain point of health. There are multitudes of factors that weighs into what goes on with somebody's body. There are people that, even if they work out, losing the weight does not come as simple as just going to the gym, cutting calories, watching everything that you eat. There are some people that have a disposition. I have a disposition. But does that mean that I'm not active? Does that mean that I'm not doing certain things? No, it doesn't. But you're passing judgment on somebody's body that you know nothing about. Now, on the flip side, what if I turned around and I did the same thing to you? You're talking about how fit and stuff that you are, but you're over there and you're small as compared to these other guys. So how does that feel if someone comes? No, because you said
I know,
shame,
but
right?
that's a little.
You said shame, right?
Yeah.
So how does that feel if someone comes up and they start shaming you for size? Like, come on, it goes both ways.
We're just in the first
I don't
prompt.
want to be that bulky. Like, I'm a boxer, I'd rather stay nimble and loose and shit. Like, I don't want to be that bulky. So like, I say like, he might be a little bit more bigger than the Chinese guy or whatever he is, but it still doesn't mean nothing. That's like saying you're cute, but you're not that cute. Like that's what I seen on that. Oh, let's get on that Pop the Balloon video. She told me you're not that cute. You look like a Ninja Turtle. Who says you're not that cute? Saying you're not that cute is like saying you're not that rich. You're still rich. You're just not that rich. So you're saying you're not that cute. Are you saying he's cute? Well, let me chill. But coming from you, it's still not an insult, brother.
We got to be
Here's the
careful
thing.
about targeting each other too directly. You
Nah, I
definitely.
mean, I'm not offended. It's fine. He's
no,
emotional,
it goes. It
and that's
goes in
fine.
every direction.
He's obviously very triggered.
Oh,
But
I'm
yeah,
not
so let's talk
triggered.
about, let's hit the first part. Tools. What are the tools? The tools are simply knowledge, which you can get for free on the internet. If you have the ability and the discipline to go out there and get the knowledge, then you're going to lose weight. It's just that simple. It's just that people want to always make excuses for why. Oh, my feelings. Oh, I don't know what, you don't know what people are going through, blah, blah, blah. No. You can watch your calories. You can go to the gym. You have time to do it. People just like to make excuses.
I don't think anyone's debating that weight loss is impossible here. I think the question is, why do you hate fat people, that you feel the disgust towards it?
Well, like I said before, it's a culmination of a bunch of bad decisions. I'm not going to go ahead and give the same level of respect to someone who's a fat ass to someone that has worked really hard and diligently on their physique, because your body's outward manifestations,
There's more
other decisions,
factors to a
your
human
consistency.
being than their body.
Well, you could judge a lot just off of someone's physique. You'd be like, okay, well, this guy is lazy, and that's personified through their physique. It's the truth.
Abe, I saw you wanted to say
I mean,
something.
just to take it back to the prompt, I think we just kind of went all over the place there.
We're still focusing on the word disgust.
Just the word disgust. I mean, I would never look at someone and show disgust towards them. I mean, I think I would respect, like you said. I mean, you don't respect everyone, like you said, but I think
Respect is earned.
I mean, it is earned, but I mean, I think at a humane level, we can learn to appreciate each other's differences.
Yeah, I don't know if like disgust would be the right word, right?
I know.
Greg mentioned some health implications with being overweight or obese.
Yeah.
I think being concerned might be a better.
That's the word I was going
a
to go
better
for.
word.
Like
but
I can show concern for someone for the way that they are, but I would never look at someone and say like you're disgusting.
Dude,
But is it any-
these two, they had like, he's a YouTuber. He's a YouTuber. This nigga, he just wanted to go there and say some crazy shit. You could tell he's on demon time at 9 minutes in. This shit's we're not gonna react to this whole video. I'm gonna do like 20 minutes. Damn, I might react to the rest. But you can tell these two, they probably had a job. They didn't want to lose their job. You know how the plumber went crazy and he was like, that was fucked up how y'all did that plumber, bruh.
different than if you see somebody who's extremely anorexic, they're 50 pounds, you look at them, you're in shock. Oh my God, like something happens in your body you can't control. You can't stop that.
There
Like
could
how
be a-
can
there
you
could be a
not?
shock
It's not, I
factor,
don't
but
hate
that's-
them.
that's different
It's just
from-
wow, oh my God, it's like it's disgusting. Like holy goodness
But
gracious.
why
That's a
would
shock
you
factor,
use
though.
the
That's
word
not- that's
disgusting,
not
right?
disgusting.
So you just mentioned the polar opposite of what we are, right? But why would you look at them and be disgusted versus concerned? That is a very specific word, and it has very specific connotations behind it. And when it's used, it's somewhat weaponized as well.
I don't think we can help how we feel. I don't think I can choose like, oh, I just am not. It would be sitting here and lying. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm always going to be honest with people. I'm disgusted. This is just how I feel.
The thing is, when you see a fat person, the reason why it's disgusting and the reason why there's so much pushback on this whole body positivity and people make fun of Lizzo, rightfully so, by the way, is because it's unattractive, it's unhealthy. Until we had this woke era, they used to put like models and attractive people on the cover of magazines that were in shape. Why? So that people can aspire to look like that. And it's healthy and it looks better in general. You look good, feel good. But when you're fat, it says a lot about you. People aren't going to sit there and be like, let me see if he's a good person. No, they're just going to assume that you're lazy, which you are, by the way, when you're fat, and you don't have discipline, which you are, by the way. So they're just going to assume off of what they see.
A lot of truth. Like when I like I said, I just recently got out of that period, bulking up. I'm cutting back down right now, trying to get my gallons of water in every day, plus my hard workouts. So, it's really just when I really look at it, with a subconscious mind, it's really just a choice. Like I was just making choices. Like I was like, see, I just made another choice to buy some fucking cupcakes and a honey bun when I could have went inside that store right there and buy apples, bananas, and fruit. And pause, no diddy, some nuts, because nuts be kind of nah, I'm not even gonna finish that. But like some trail mix or something, to keep me full. We're mature here, some nuts, to fill you up and shit. But no diddy, whatever.
See, that's the world that we live in.
I love how you stated a shit ton of assumptions. You didn't state not one fact. You just stated.
It is basic choices. Like you make the choice to pop more Cheetos, more food in your mouth. Yeah, you might have real bad sugar cravings because most of the time it do be like after it's like nicotine addiction. Like you smoke some gas, you want another blunt, Now you mad, you don't got a blunt. It does take a lot of mental fortitude, but you gotta know it's coming. You gotta know like, okay, I'm not eating sweet, so I'm gonna be a little bit more irritated right now. I gotta find something else to entertain me. I gotta find something, a healthier snack, like a Nutri-Grain bar, or just not my favorite snack. You know, you gotta switch it up, do something else.
Assumptions.
My name is Lucy, and I have to figure out who I am.
I want to move on to the next prompt, but we're definitely.
Can I say one thing? Just one question. Yeah. Like, let's say you knew he used to be 600 pounds, and how much you weigh now?
I'm 384.
And now he's 384. Do you see him as less disgusting knowing he's lost 220 pounds?
No, that's fantastic. But
yes,
there's still work to be done. But here's the thing, like I said before, unfortunately, human beings judge a book by its cover. It's just the world that we live in. Fat people that identify as 97 genders, whatever, they expect us to change our worldview for them, and that's just not how the world works. Like it's been that way. It's always going to be that way.
That's I think what I don't get.
It's just the world that we're in. Like people are gonna,
it's different. Yeah, my bad.
Now let's reset. Jacked men are more attractive than fat men. Will the agreeers please step forward?
This will be the last segment.
How come there's 4 guys over there? Yeah. All right, we're living in a bizarre world where people don't see the truth. Like, how is it possible that they're thinking, no, being obese and unhealthy is more attractive than being fit and healthy? How is this possible?
Actually, you know what? This is precisely why a majority of women find a majority of men as unattractive. Because a lot of guys think this way, I just be a nice guy and girls are gonna like me. No, they're not. She's not gonna suck your dick with the same veracity when you're a fat as when you're in shape. She's just not. See, people don't understand that women are aroused by one thing and they're attracted by another thing. Women are attracted to, a guy that's confident, ambitious, makes money, etc. Of course, right? But they're aroused by guys that have soul tendencies, dark triad traits, etc., and guys that are physically in shape. So if you want to get the best of your woman, where she respects and admires you, while simultaneously being aroused by you so she doesn't cheat on you, you need to have it all.
You're saying that's true for all women?
A staggering majority of women.
There might be 1% of the world that there's something wrong with them that might think that, you're 600 pounds, it's so hot, I love that, but. Yeah.
The hot girls that you actually want, they exercise their hypergamy to the highest degree, and they want guys that are fit and have their money together, have their life together.
You're looking at me like you want to say something.
Yeah, because the question was, are jacked men more attractive? We all walked over. Are we more attracted to jacked men?
Well, I'm assuming they framed that because we're all guys here they mean women.
Well, men can be attracted to men.
If I had to switch teams, I'm going with the jack guy.
Obviously, this is going to be like personal biases, but I think attraction is very fluid in the sense that I can 100% admit, like, there was probably 40 pounds of muscle ago is when most women would be like attracted to me. Of course, like fitness girls, they're totally okay with the size I am, but like probably most girls I'm like too much for. So I guess like where do we draw that line of like, I think for example like you would be much more attractive to most women than me. Would you agree with that?
I mean, that doesn't mean that like if you walked up to a girl and let's say you're not her, like you're a little bit more muscular than she would, like if you had the charm and charisma, she gonna still go with you, man. It don't matter. Like,
I have an interesting point. Yeah. And no shade on you, but I think if you had Zach, right, you're on the end?
Yep.
If you put Zach and Greg and you put them next to each other and you did a poll, I think that most women would probably pick him if you had to like, because he's got the height and all that. What would you guys say to that?
No.
No. Well, we can put it to the test.
But that's not really fair. I'm 48 years old. He's a lot younger than me. He's about a foot taller than me. But you can't compare. I'm an old man. I'm 48 years old.
Obviously, height is a big component. So that so it's not you're comparing apples to oranges. But if you take the same guy, same height, etc., but one guy is fat, one guy's in good shape, she's always going to go with the guy that's in better shape.
Because I've been so surprised to see on Instagram, there'll be like guys doing like an outfit try on, like not in shape in the slightest bit, and all the comments.
Nah, though, like on Pop the Balloon, I seen some niggas go in there looking jacked, and they pick motherfucking Patrick. Like how do you? I'm still stuck on how they turned down the African Prince and walked away with fucking Scooby Doo.
Comments are women like, I wish like men knew this is how we wish they looked, and like, oh, this is like the
Liars
dream.
for
This is
social
like-
media.
Man. Liars for
To look
the
good,
one thing
for
about you
clout.
can never believe what women say, man. You believe how they behave, not what they say.
That's a different episode.
That's all right. Figure it out.
Yeah.
I disagreed mostly just with the blanket statement because attraction is so subjective. I am a big and tall model by trade. That's what I do. I model clothing brands. I've modeled with major fashion houses. I've been on the covers of magazines. You mentioned before dad bod comments and whatnot on social media. I was flabbergasted when I started how many people were commenting and DMing me and talking about how attractive I was. That it just kind of, I don't know, showed me that attraction is a lot more subjective than I thought, and people have a much wider range of what they find attractive than specifically a body type.
Is being jacked the most important trait for being attractive? I'd argue for guys, it'd probably be otherwise, right? I think height would be a very
Money,
Yeah.
height, fame, like what can you bring to the table?
The number one thing is status. By far, status.
People also go after what they think they can get. So if
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
this guy is 6'5" and extremely attractive, and it's like, well, I can't get that guy. I'm attracted to the 10 on 10 supermodel, but I'm not going to get her, so I'll be happy with the 9.9 on 10.
Just to be clear, are we speaking about women being attracted to men?
It's not just about women. It's just about attraction. What is the
general?
most attractive, in your opinion,
Okay.
physique for a man?
Okay, I'm speaking from like what women find attractive. So when I speak, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
anybody.
sexually fluid. So my law of attraction does not adhere to anyone's standards, pretty much. I'm attracted to people in general. So you could be jacked, you could be more plus size, you could be skinny, you could be whatever it is that you are. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you.
What are the traits you find most attractive?
I think the way that you carry yourself is a really big thing for me. I can't date someone who lacks confidence because I feel like that seeps into other aspects of your life.
Do you mind if I jump in on the confidence thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So growing up, wasn't too confident in myself, and I gained that confidence when I started losing weight. And I noticed it was me putting myself in positions to get more opportunities with women. Right now, I'm single right now, but I'm doing okay. But the confidence came from me losing weight. So I do agree that it's a subjective kind of standpoint, but socially, I understand that physically fit men, that's just like what everyone's liking. It's like
I don't
that's
think
what
it's as
trends towards.
subjective as guys are trying to say. Attraction isn't a choice, and there are hardwired traits that women look for in men. And what I've come to realize is that what women put out there is what they find attractive or politically correct things. Oh, he has a dad bod. He's nice. He's a good guy. The reality is that women don't respond well. Oh, he has a dad bod. He's nice.
It look like you went
Nice. He's a good guy. The reality
I'm high.
is that women don't respond well and favorably to these men. There's a reason why nice guys finish last is a thing. It's because when you're too nice and you kind of bend to her will, etc., girls aren't aroused by that. Girls don't want to say what they're really aroused by. Guys that are able to stand up to them, guys that are able to tell them, well, that was a stupid comment, or hold them accountable for their stupidity when they do dumb things. This is what women find attractive because these are
Whoa.
hold them accountable for their stupidity when they do dumb things. This is what women find attractive because these are leadership traits.
Have any of those things happened to you, though?
Well, I mean, I've talked to almost 3,000 women, and what I've come to realize from talking to all of them is that most of the time, you know, when they're in a comment section of TikTok, like, you're so handsome, blah, 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 will they actually go on a date and have sex with that guy? Probably not. But they say that because it's politically correct, and women tend to not want to be adversarial. They're going to say what sounds good, but what they're actually aroused by are two different things.
But they're married to those guys.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was
Most
getting to.
often they're married to-
I'm married
And
to.
marriage is a failed institution in the West, and this is why most men get divorced by women. This is why they get destroyed in the divorce courts. This is why women overwhelmingly initiate the divorce rates in America. 80% are initiated by women, because we sit here and we lie and we believe what women say they're actually attracted to. No, they're not attracted
Let's
to a
go
lot of
back
things
to
they talk about.
attraction for a second, though, because I'm married.
Sure.
I have a child.
Cool.
I have a beautiful wife. I was this size the entire process through it.
Would you say that you're an average guy?
I would say that
You're
I'm
how
bigger
tall?
than average.
Yeah,
6'5",
you're not an average guy.
and a model
You're not an average
for
guy.
being slightly
I
overweight.
wasn't a model when I started
But
dating
you are
my
a very
wife.
good-looking,
I was a
tall, big
bartender
guy who's
fucking doing
on
whatever.
magazine covers. So
But I
out
know,
of
I
the
think-
million guys overweight, you're at
But
the
you're not
top
an average guy.
But I
1%.
think what you're missing
saying-
is he just said that he wasn't any of those things.
He's not 5'6",
before
man, like
he
me.
met his
Try
wife.
being 5'6" and doing
No,
it.
I totally agree with you. Well, that's what I was gonna actually agree with
Yeah, I
Myron
ain't
for
gonna
a
lie, when you
second.
tall, you got-
Believe it or not, we're talking about. You mentioned status, and then a lot of people other mentioned confidence. So you even put it in your own pecking order ahead of being jacked or being physically
status for sure.
attractive. Wouldn't you say that matters more? Confidence, how you carry yourself, how you do it.
I mean,
the prompt was simply, is it easier?
I don't discriminate. I like tall women, short women, big women. Well, there's one type of woman I don't like, and it's. But petite women, all that, like, it don't matter. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm geeked right now. Tall women, yeah, there we go. Tall women, like, I ain't gonna lie, there is just something different. Like, I guess I don't know about tall people in general, like, but not really.
Yeah.
Or
And
are you
I'm
fat?
Not like, oh, tall people are mysterious. They're a different race. It's just like, I don't know. It's different seeing like a short, beautiful woman versus a tall, beautiful woman.
I'm not
What's
going to
more
argue the
attractive?
fact that our society definitely finds jack guys more attractive. But I disagreed with the statement because it was a blanket statement that I have found untrue in my own life.
Do all of you feel like you'd be more or less attractive, let's say 50 pounds lighter than you are, and simply like just body fat?
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that I struggled with for a while is, in me losing weight, am I still going to be able to book the jobs that I book? Because I've built an entire brand off of my body. I mean, granted, like, cool as shit, like, you know, I did something that's all my own. Like, I worked on that. But then I was also just like, if I lose this, are you still gonna want me to, like, do this campaign for you? Are you still gonna want me in your magazine? Are you still gonna want to dress me?
I get it. You probably take pride in your body. You do look like a little chubby teddy bear.
Me? And then I had to, like, take a step back and say, like, well, what is it for me? Do I want to be skinny? No. Do I want to look like Greg? No. Do I want to look like Myron? No. But I know I want to look like me. I think talking about the law of attraction, you focus.
Let's cut this shit off. I don't know what I'm gonna react to next. Oh my god, was the camera angle like this the whole time? Don't worry, y'all. I was just doing a little living room video. My next video. Oh yeah, I gotta get better at this. Well, yeah, y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. Let me know what y'all want to see next. 32 minutes, not too bad.